Welcome to the Unholy Ranks.
I'm your host, Henry Silver, and I'm with Johnathan Applebees. Today we're going to be ranking whether or not we could beat these characters from movies and TV shows. John, would you like to start us off?
You know, I would love to. My first character is from a show we all know and love, The Amazing World of Gumball. It is Darwin. As you can see here, we have a couple rankings, and I'm going to have to put Darwin in that orange category, the brink of death. He is a water creature, the name Darwin, born to adapt. He's going to adapt to this fight. It's going to push me to my edge, but I think I will come out on top, but not without a fight.
For my first one, it's going to be Spiderling. Now, take a look at this image quick. Yikes. That is something else. If I would have saw that and I would need to fight it, I'd say, oh shit, I'm dead. And for that reason, I'm going to have to put it in the oh shit category.
That's very good. My next one is going to be from a little childhood show called Adventure Time. The quote goes, Fall.
You are alone.
If you are cultured, you would know that is the Lich, who's going to go into, for me, the category, if I were to see him, my exact reaction would be, oh shit. Which is where he's going to go today.
Well, for my number two, I'm going to have to put Edna Mode. Edna Mode is known for having a very strict and demanding nature, and that frightens me. Because she is so short and agile, I'm going to have to put her at the brink of death, because I don't think I'd be able to get a very clean, maybe punch at her or anything. However, there is a slight chance that I'd be able to grab her by her huge head and smash her down on the table, which...
My number three. I had just one query. And then you ask, do you want a Sprite cranberry? And the answer is clear. It's the thirstiest time of the year, and LeBron, my king, has me thirsty. LeBron James, specifically from the Sprite cranberry commercial, is going to go in the brink of death category for me, as well with Darwin for my first selection, because my king can do whatever he wants, but he'll never kill me because he's a teddy bear on the inside.
Well, my number three is going to have to be Toad, a.k.a. Toad with the Chode. That scares me, you know? So I just want to say that Toad is going to be toast. Do you get that?
I get it. He's a shit face.
I'm actually going to have to put Toad in the bloody category because his head is a hat. I think there's just giant nostrils up there, and that's pretty gross, but that means I can get a better sock in his nose. John?
Moving on. My next is Jiminy Cricket. An old-timer here for the older audience. Jiminy looks like he vapes, which is why I think I'm going to be chillin', and Jiminy's going to be no problem for me. A little bug? Come on now. We might hit the ripsticks together, but man, he's going down.
Well, my next one's Bambi, and Bambi more like... Bro, I was just about to get to greatness.
Anyway, go ahead.
My next one is Bambi, and Bambi more like, oh damn, you're on your knees. I'm going to be straight up chillin' with Bambi because that's just a little horse zebra thing. It's a deer. I'm going to take that thing down. I'll be chillin'.
Great ranking on that last one. My next one is going to be Rico. It's Brazilian in origin, but for this one, the culture is penguin. Rico is going to go in the number 5 category on this list, which would be bruised. Rico may be going to launch a couple explosives at me from his mouth, which he consumed earlier in the day before our fight. But on impact, they aren't going to explode. I'm a great fighter. I'll be able to defend these attacks with my bare hands. And we should be good. So I'll just leave a couple bruises, maybe on the shoulder.
Woody. We all know him from the beloved Toy Story franchise, but what if I told you Woody was something different now? Take a look at the most recent picture we found of Woody. More like veiny Woody. That's not cool. Because of that, I'm going to have to put him in the bloody category. I think because of his neck, which is extruding from his body so much, I'll be able to get nice, quick, easy attacks, which will do a lot of damage and ultimately lead me to the win.
My next one is going to be from the movie Over the Hedge. The name is Vern. Now, does that sound tough to you guys at home? I don't think so. Vern is going into the bruised category because at the start of our fight, I probably won't take him seriously, and he'll roll and maybe hit me in the shin, and that will hurt a little bit, but I will eventually crush him with my 15-ton excavator that I will bring on site.
Up next is Paddington. Paddington, more like put a pad on that wound that I'm about to give you. I'm going to be straight up chilling with Paddington because he's a British bear.
Next, Manny From Cloudy with the Chance of Meatballs 1 and 2. He's the camera guy. Right here. Also can handle a boom mic very well, which I respect, but I do not care. He's going to go into the chilling category. Manny looks like he would rip a couple cigs, which is why I should be easily able to beat him due to his lack of lung capacity and the amount of tacos he's eaten because of his Mexican culture.
So up next is Mickey Mouse's close friend, Goofy.
Oh no.
Goofy, as you all know, has been a little loose in the head, but there might be a reason for that. Oh nah is his new catchphrase, and as you can clearly tell by his putrid red eyes, he is stoned beyond belief. Because of that, I'm going to have to put him in the 50-50 category, because I think whoever would win would be determined by who gets faded first, if you know what I mean. John?
And that I do. Next, one of my favorites, but it's going to be possibly my downfall. I don't have ideas. I have my strength. And that's what he has in this fight. Grug is going to be sliding into the oh shit category for me because I can't take him. He tossed that log miles away from them just by the flick of a toe. That's something I can't deal with. Grug rhymes with slug.
Zooey mama, dude. Up next is, now I don't know his real name, but I call him Cord Head. I say that because he has a head and it looks like there's cords protruding from him. I'm going to also have to put this in the oh shit category. He is, at first sight, extremely terrifying, and at second sight, even more scary. I don't think I'd have any defense mechanisms from him because his eyes are constantly piercing through your soul.
Next on mine is going to be Richard Watterson, the father, adopted father of Darwin, my first ranking. Richard Watterson, as you can see, more of a husky build on the tier list here, but the picture, man, he looks great. Richard's going to slide into the 50-50 category. This is going to be a true pound-for-pound fight. I'm weighing in at a solid 350. Richard outweighs me at a 400, but I think it should still be a good heavyweight bout, and we'll just have to see how it goes.
Well, just like Richard, up next for me is Theodore. They both have husky builds, and I'm not that husky of a man myself. But Theodore is a chickmunk, and he doesn't have his gang, Elvin and the other one, so I'm gonna have to put him in chillin'. I'd simply lure him with some peanut butter covered cheese, and then I'd squash him down with a mallet that you use to pulverize meat.
Next, we found this picture of a fat-ass caterpillar on the internet and decided to put it on the tier list, which is exactly why I've put him into the 50-50 category along with Richard Watterson. Not much scare factor here with the caterpillar, but, you know, he could roll on you, so therefore, that's why he's gonna get the 50-50. I mean, just look at him. He's made of double chins, which is truly impressive.
Well, up next for me, I have Stuart from the Minions. Now, you're probably thinking, what is a minion gonna do to you? They can't even speak English. Well, a lot of people can do a lot of things to you and they don't speak English either. Now, Stuart has a lot of experience working with other criminals such as Napoleon, Gru, and I'm sure the list goes higher than that. But because of that experience, I'm gonna have to put him in a straight up bruised tier. You might expect it to be higher, but minions work together, and he is not with anybody.
Very true. Speaking of things people can do to you, the perverted grandfather from the Family Guy TV series, legendary series here. I think his name's Herbert or Hubert. I'm not sure, but it's one of those.
I actually believe it's Herbert the Pervert.
Herbert the Pervert. As you heard it right here first from Henry Silver. He'll probably just touch me, which is why I'll probably just get some bruises, which is why he's going to go right into that bruise category. Slide right in, if you know what I mean.
Yes, I do. More than you would know. Chicken Joe, a lot like Oh Nah, is somewhat of a stoner. Another stoner on this list, and they're both animals. Well, I don't know what animals do in their free time, but I'm going to have to put them in 50-50 again. Because once again, it depends on who's going to get faded the first. Okay, now it is shown that Chicken Joe is actually a very high-functioning stoner. I'm going to have to keep him in 50-50.
Nice.
Yeah.
Next, we have Mick Mouse. Yes, we are on a first name basis, but that doesn't mean he's not going to take me to the clubhouse out back and mess me up with a roundhouse kick. I believe that Mick Mouse will be sliding into the bloody category because he will be messing me up. Mick has a wild roundhouse kick and a couple of haymakers, and maybe he'll call his little clubhouse friends, or maybe even a mystery mouse good too.
Up next is Shaggy. Another stoner, but this one's different. He manages to find himself getting in situations where he is always the solution to the problem. Because of that, I'm going to have to put him in the BOD tier, aka the brink of death tier. Applebees?
My second to last ranking that I have check out this picture first. It's Finn. He is going to go into the oh shin category, or oh shit. Because let's take a look at this pic again. The double chins, the spread out eyes. I feel like he has a little Asian culture in there. I'm not sure. But also the little hood over his head is completely terrifying me, and I would have no chance because he would probably slobber on me, and that's gross.
Lotso from Toy Story. Lil Ah Bear. I don't know if you guys have seen Toy Story. He's a very evil person, and I don't think that my goodness would be able to combat that. I'm gonna have to put him in the BOD tier, brink of death tier, because he is also a genius.
My final ranking of this tier list, it is going to be Pat Star. We all know him. Look at the smile he's giving you. That's terrifying. But I feel like he wouldn't do much damage to me. I feel like he's kind of just a pervert who creeps you out with his little... So therefore I'm going to have to put him into the bloody category, right where he belongs. He looks like he's going to draw blood from me. Maybe he'll give up fast though because he just has a pervy smile in the picture. So Pat Star going in bloody will be my final ranking.
Now I'm going to do my final ranking. I'm going to do the horse from Tangled. This horse has high intelligence, accelerated agility, and incredible strength. He's going to have to go in the BOD tier, brink of death. I don't think I'd be able to take him on.
Thank you for joining us on the Unholy Ranks.
We'll see you next time.